かわいいよね。こんにちは、たまちゃん。
The Felis catus, also known as a cat, is a small quadruped mammal commonly held as a pet. The cat is known for many things. Things like liking fish, hunting mice, and disliking water. Japan loves its cats, with cats being everything from mascots to drug-addicted anime girls. But for one rural train line in central Japan, a cat is more than a mascot. This is the story of how one cat and its successors helped save a rural Japanese train line. Today, we are in the city of Wakayama, a coastal city of 350,000 people located about 55 kilometers south of central Osaka in central Japan. Wakayama is a city that is often overlooked internationally, visited by only 1.2% of international tourists to Japan. Still more than Saitama, though. Somehow. In Japan, Wakayama is the country's largest producer of oranges, as well as producing over 70% of the country's ume, or Japanese plums. Unfortunately, we won't have time to sample the fruits. But if you ever find yourself in Osaka, Wakayama is only an hour south from downtown Osaka by train. So why not experience a different part of Japan not typically visited by international visitors? In order to find our cat savior, we've come to Wakayama Station. This station opened all the way back in 1924 as Higashi, or East, Wakayama Station. Today, Wakayama Station sees a little under 20,000 daily riders between JR West and our choice of train for the day, the Wakayama Dentetsu, or the Wakayama Electric Railway in English. The Wakayama Dentetsu platform is off to the western side of the JR station. As soon as you reach the stairs leading up to the Wakayama Dentetsu's platform, you're greeted by this adorable art of the various cat station masters that made this railway famous. The art was done by Japanese industrial designer Eiji Mitooka, who has designed several other railway projects in western Japan, like Kumamoto and Kagoshima Chuo stations, as well as the Seven Stars Kyushu, one of Japan's most luxury trains. I purchased a one-day pass for the Wakayama Dentetsu, which for one adult costs 1,200 yen, and it also comes with a card for the line Stamp Rally. It costs a little over 1,200 yen to travel round trip between Wakayama and the two stations with cats, so there's no reason not to get the day pass. As for the Wakayama Dentetsu portion of Wakayama Station, there's a couple cat-themed features scattered around, like this cat-themed clock, and a weekly schedule of the 3 active cat station masters. Our adorable train arrived at 10 minutes after 11. The Wakayama Dentetsu has 5 different designs for its train cars. This one is the Tama train, and it is heaven for cat lovers. The outside is garnished with loads of drawings of Tama done by Mitooka-san. The inside is a shrine to the Tama station masters. The seats are covered with Tama art. There's posters of Tama adorning the walls. There's several cabinets filled with former Tama merch. There's a bookshelf full of children's books about cats. The train's sunshades are covered with cats. Even the lights are shaped to look like cats. It's truly a feline frenzy. Before we continue the video, just a quick reminder that if you go on to enjoy this video, consider giving it a like. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel. It's 100% free and it helps me out a lot. If you do want to support me directly though, consider becoming a member. Members get extra perks like early access to most of my videos and sneak peeks at upcoming videos. Anyway, back to the cats. At 11:30, our train departs, bound for the Wakayama countryside. Before we arrive at the first station run by a cat station master, let's talk a bit about the Wakayama Dentetsu. The line that is today the Wakayama Dentetsu's Kishigawa line originally opened in 1916 to connect 3 shrines in eastern Wakayama City. Despite the line undergoing modernization efforts in the 1990s, by the turn of the 21st century, the railway was struggling to stay afloat. By 2004, the situation was so bad that the railway announced it would be ceasing operations in September of the next year. In a last-ditch effort, both Wakayama Prefecture as well as local municipalities agreed to buy out the Kishigawa line in February of 2005. Wakayama Prefecture pledged over 240 million yen to improve the railway, while Wakayama City and Kishigawa Town on the line's eastern edge were responsible for 800 million yen to subsidize the railway. Just 2 months later, in April of 2005, the railway was bought out by the Wakayama Electric Railway, who then established the modern-day Wakayama Electric Railway, or Wakayama Dentetsu in Japanese, as well as the modern-day Kishigawa line. These would officially begin service in the following year, as would a strawberry-themed railcar designed by Eiji Mitoka, his first involvement with the company. But it wouldn't be until January of 2007 that the most important event in the Wakayama Dentetsu's history took place. But seeing as we're at our first station, that will have to wait for now. Our first of two stops for the day is Itakiso Station. In 2019, the last year before the pandemic, the station saw 738 passengers per day, with around 546 visiting per day in 2024. Itakiso is very much like other rural train stations in Japan. There's only one platform, which is a central island platform as trains pass each other here at Itakiso. Also here, you can find the depot for the Kishigawa line, which contains the two other railcars that aren't in use during the day, the strawberry and plum trains. Outside the station, there's these cute cutouts to take pictures with, a vending machine, and that's about it. There are some maps which can point you in the direction of the nearby Itakiso Shrine, which I didn't venture to because the day I filmed this was close to 37 degrees Celsius, or 99 degrees Fahrenheit. What the station is most known for, though, is inside. Walking into the station, you'll be greeted by one of the 3 active station master cats. On this hot Sunday, I got a warm feline welcome from Tama. And by warm feline welcome, I mean she seemed wholly unbothered by my presence, which I think is par for the course for most cats. There's a cat station master serving at Itakiso Station every day from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Which one it is can be found on the schedule published by the Wakayama Dentetsu. Unfortunately for cat lovers, and fortunately for the cats themselves, you can't pet the cat station masters as they sit in their hopefully air-conditioned glass boxes. But photos or videos are okay. This is true both here at Itakiso, as well as the other station with a cat station master. While Itakiso doesn't provide much in the way of cats, apart from its adorable station master, our final destination will. So let's hop back on the train and head towards our final stop. This time, we'll be riding the other cat-themed train on the Kishigawa line, the Tama Museum train. This train was designed to feel like a cat art museum on rails, and I think it does a stellar job at that. All around the train, you can find various pieces of cat-themed art. Everything from Tama drawn into famous paintings, to a sculpture of Tama playing baseball that moves as the train does, to something truly beautiful, gambling, with these gacha machines. While I definitely like the overwhelming cattiness of the Tama train more, I still enjoy the darker, more refined feeling of the Tama Museum train. What about you, though? Which do you prefer? Let me know down in the comments. Now that we've been introduced to one of the Wakayama Dentetsu's cat station masters, let's talk about how they got there. The original Tama was appointed station master of the Kishigawa line's Kishi Station in January of 2007. At the same time, Tama's mother Miko and her roommate, Chibi, were made assistant station masters. The Kishigawa line, which until this point had only seen decreasing ridership, actually saw a 17% increase in riders in the month following Tama's appointment. By the end of 2007, one economist argued that Tama's appointment had added over 1 billion yen to Wakayama's economy through increased tourism. After Tama's appointment, the Wakayama Dentetsu would go cat crazy. The Tama train was unveiled in 2009. Furthermore, Kishi Station, where Tama served, would undergo a massive renovation in 2010 to retheme the station around its feline overseer. After the redesign, the station would even come to be known as Tama Station. See if you can figure out why. Tama would go on to serve as a station master for the Wakayama Dentetsu for 8 years, before, as the railway put it, boarding a train bound for heaven in June of 2015. She would be enshrined at a renovated Kishi Station as the honorary permanent station master, and became a tourism icon of Wakayama Prefecture. Tama would be succeeded in her role as station master by 5 separate cats, Ni, San, Yon, Go, and Rokutama up to the present day. So finally, we arrive at our final stop, Tama Station. Tama Station is the second most used station on the Kishigawa line, with 1,279 passengers in 2019 and 759 in 2024. On the platform, you can find the shrine in which Tama serves as the deity, but there's also 2 other shrines on the platform, one for strawberries and one for toys, both of which were at one point or another themes for the Kishigawa line's trains. The front of the station has the iconic cat-like design, a few standees of our familiar Tama drawings, as well as the entrance to the Tama shop, a gift shop packed to the brim with Tama-themed merch. Inside the station, you can also find the Tama Cafe, a cafe which sells various cat-themed foods and beverages. I got a blue soda float, complete with a cat-shaped ice cream, as well as a hot cat, which, if you're wondering, is called a hot cat because it uses fish sausage. But of course, the main attraction is the furry station master. Today the station was overseen by Tama, who seemed even less interested in the bemusings of myself and the other tourists than Tama did. Perhaps, though, maybe I just visited a little too close to nap time. But if there's anyone who deserves a rest, it's these cat station masters. They helped bring the Kishigawa line back from the brink, and still attract tourists to this day. So sleep well, little kitty. You're a hero. Many small railways around Japan, like the Wakayama Dentetsu, are struggling to stay afloat. And especially in Wakayama, a prefecture that's often overlooked by foreign visitors, having an attraction as memorable as the Tamas can help the line stay alive for longer and longer. I certainly wouldn't have had a reason to come to Wakayama otherwise, so I'm glad to have had a cute and fluffy reason to do so. Thank you, Tama. Thank you for bringing me and thousands upon thousands of others to Wakayama, and for letting us watch you work. Whether you know it or not, you made this tiny train line special.